get started, I'm really excited about today. I'm excited about showing up and just presenting to you. Today's topic is to find and pursue your purpose. It's a three-part series. And today we're going to talk about know yourself, which is the first step to unlocking your purpose. My name is Lawanda Hill. I'm with the Women on Fire Academy. If I might, let me share with you the mission of being Woman on Fire, the mission of the Women on Fire Academy. Our goal is to help women pursue their life dreams and ambitions with passion on purpose. And I have three questions for you today. Are you on fire? Meaning, are you highly motivated about everything you do in your life? The second question is, are you passionate about your dreams and ambitions? Meaning, do you absolutely love what you do? And lastly, are you on purpose? Meaning, do you know for sure that this is what you should be doing? If you answered no to any of these questions, if you paused on any of these questions, or if there's any doubt in your mind, this presentation is for you. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. Long story short, I went from not knowing what I wanted to do in life, who I wanted to be in life, to having clarity and living a fulfilling life on purpose, from being in a mentally and emotionally draining relationship to marrying my soulmate. I went to college. I earned 2 degrees. I started my career and I desperately tried to make a good life for my family. As a single parent, I did what most single parents do. I sacrificed. I made major sacrifices. I gave up enjoying the things that I love to do. I gave up being able to have fun and just living life to the fullest. For a minute, I gave all of that up to pursue a life of happiness for my family. And I tried to do all the things that people said would make you quote unquote happy. And I mean, it worked on some level. But I was so confused. I was so exhausted. It was draining the life out of me. I had some information, but not enough to support, how support me on how to implement the information that I had. So for the most part, I had to figure it out all by myself. I had to figure things out. I had to make many mistakes. I cried many days and I wasted a whole lot of time. And then one day, something happened. I decided to stop doing the quote unquote like other people do. And I just began to just do me. I began to be me. But in order to do that, I had to find out, who am I? That was my big question to myself. My big question was, who am I? And that began a journey, the journey, not just a journey, but the journey of my life. A beautiful journey, a life-changing path to Lawanda Hill, who I was ordained to be, who I was created to be, who I was born to be, and when I discovered me, when I discovered LaWanda Hill, amazing things began to happen. I shifted from just living with intention, living on purpose. I was at once but prior to that, I was just existing. I was just here. I was just existing. But I went from existing to living a life on purpose, living a life with passion, living a life with intention. I began to intend to live the life of my dreams. So I want you to imagine that. Imagine going from not knowing who you are to knowing and having clarity about the reason why you're here. We have everything we need within us to live a life of passion on purpose. We don't have to compromise who we are or lower our standards or become who we're not. We just need to start being with passion on purpose. Now, I make a difference in the lives of others. Now I know who I am. Now I have clarity. Now I am a human being. And I'm not just doing things. I'm being me. I'm being awesome. I'm being amazing. And these last couple of years of my life has been awesome. So now that you know my life and my story, let's find out who you are. Let's get to know who you are. So, in knowing who you are, you got to then know know yourself. You got to know yourself. What does it mean to know yourself? What does it mean to know who you are? Today we're going to cover topics. We're going to cover these three topics. And the three topics we're going to cover is, what does it mean to know yourself? We're going to cover the key areas of self-knowledge. We're going to cover benefits of self-knowledge. Those are the three things that you will leave here. You will leave here with the tools of knowing those three areas. You will leave here with the tools of understanding what it means to know yourself. You will leave here with the tools and the keys and the areas of self-knowledge. You will leave here with the benefits of self-knowledge. Who are you? I want you to ask yourself that question. Say it out loud. Who am I? Who are you? Knowing yourself is a process. It's the process of understanding you, the human being, on a deeper level. It's about a journey that you must be willing to explore. It's about a road you must be willing to take. And what it does is, knowing who you are brings you face to face with you. It brings you face to face with yourself, with your being. What it does is it brings you face to face with your doubts. It brings you face to face with your insecurities. And you have to be willing to face your insecurities. You have to be willing to face your doubts. You have to be willing to tackle them. And it makes you take a serious look at the way you are living your life, and put into question your life, and to put into perspective who you are. It has to do with your personality. Understanding your own personality is the very first key of understanding who you are. You have the collective opinion of others. You live life based on what other people think, what other people feel, what other people have to say. But I want you to realize that you also have a database. You have information on the inside of you that is your personality, is who you truly are. It's what you really like. You know who you're like when nobody is around. That individual there. But not only that, who you are like when everybody is looking, when you are in public, when you are in the midst of other people, that's what it brings you to face with. Who are you? Who are you? The idea is to get to really know your personality inside out. A lot of times we like to start from outside in, but it doesn't work like that. That's doing it backwards. And when you do it that way, you will never accomplish what it is and who it is that you are. You will never get to really truly know who you are. It begins from inside out, to know what you are, to know what you are not like, to understand what makes you react, what makes you respond in certain ways. Ask yourself, in the last time I responded or I reacted to a certain situation, why is it that I did that? Answer that question. What made me do that? Why did I respond in that way? Why did I respond in that manner? What made me do it? Ask yourself this: who are you behind whatever your name may be? I had to ask myself, who are you behind LaWanda Hill? What is your character traits for real, the real you? Who are you among people? Who are you among your friends? Who are you among people who don't know you? Who are you among the people on your job? What is your true character? What is it that you really enjoy doing on a regular basis? What is it that you like? What is it that you do not like? When you begin to face these questions and face the challenges that may come with these questions, you will reap great benefits. You will reap a great recompense of rewards. So, what does it mean to know yourself? What does it mean to know yourself? To know yourself means you become aware with who you really are. You become aware of your strengths. You become aware of your weaknesses. You become aware of your dislikes. You become aware of what it is you like. You observe and you be aware of your mood, of your responses, of your reactions, of what's going on around you. You become aware of how your emotions affect your life, affects your state of mind, affects your mood, affects your day. You begin to examine how you interact with others. You begin to observe how your environment affects you, how your environment affects who you are. You begin to understand the real you, the you that you were created to be. You begin to understand the you that you were born to be. You begin to understand all of that. And look, there's a scripture that says, in all thy getting, get an understanding. Because until you really understand who you are, you can never be truly who you were born to be. What does it mean to know yourself? What do you enjoy doing? What it is that makes you happy? What it is that puts a smile on your face? What it is that you're doing when you are vibrant, when you are most alive? What is it that you're good at? What is it that you enjoy doing on a regular basis that other people say, wow, look at that. You are really good at that. Answer that question. And what is it that you want? What do you want? What do you want? I can't answer that question for you. Only you know the answer to that question. Only you can answer that question. Nobody can answer that for you. Your mom, not your dad, not your sister, not your brother, not your children, not your husband, not your wife. Nobody can answer that question for you but you. You have to know the answers to those questions. The key areas of knowing who you are is knowing what are your beliefs. What is it that you believe? Because what you believe can limit your life. It can limit your dreams. It can limit what it is you do in life. It can limit your purpose. It can even damper your passion. What you believe about yourself can keep you locked behind fears. It can keep you locked in doubts. It can keep you from moving forward and living your dreams. Ernest Holmes said, change your thinking and you change your life. Mark Twain also said, if you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, you are absolutely right. You become what you believe you are. You think of yourself. I want you to begin to think of yourself as you are a work in progress. You are a work in progress. You are a work in progress. You are becoming great. You are becoming better. You are becoming powerful every single day. Actually, we all are. Nobody has arrived. Nobody has actually become the person that they truly want to be. It's a work in progress. It's each and every day we become greater, we become clearer on our goals, our dreams. And each day we come closer and closer to fulfilling our dreams, to reaching our goals. And when we reach certain goals, we begin to set new goals. We begin to set new milestones. We'll never be truly great the way we think we would. You are a work in progress, and every day you become better. Every day you become stronger. Every day you become great. But in order to do that, you have to know what it is that you believe. Because if your beliefs are not truly your beliefs, sometimes we take on the beliefs of others. And you have to know what you believe. We can't live off of what other people believe. We have to become clear on what it is that we believe. And when I know what I believe, I begin to beliefs are the assumptions which we make about ourselves, about others in the world, about how we can expect things to happen, about the way things should be. Beliefs are about how we think things really are, what we think things are really supposed to be like. And when we begin to truly understand what our beliefs are, we begin to know who we are. Beliefs are valuable. They're resources that we can take and expound and become great when we understand our beliefs. The clearer you are about your beliefs, the clearer you are about what it is you believe in, the more happier, the more joy, and the more effective you will be in this life. What are your values? Values are about how we think things ought to be, how we see things. The first step in clarifying our values is to ask yourself, what are my values? What are the values that I admire most and value most about my life? What is it that I like? What is it that brings me joy? What is it that I desire? Do I want? Do I value things, integrity? Do I value honesty? Do I value innovation? Do I value leadership? Do I value the morals? Do I value uh, my beliefs? What is it that you value? And once we begin to ask ourselves the question on what it is that we value, then we have to define our position with regard to our life, our work, our family. We have to do that. And the values that you choose and the order of the priority in which you place the values that you choose, they will determine how you approach life. They will determine how you approach your career. They will determine how you approach your purpose. They will determine how you show up. Other is our behaviors. And what our behaviors are is it refers to the physical action, the observable emotions that are associated with who we are as a human being. We get a clear understanding of our behavior when we learn to go deep down within and search ourselves and look at our relationships, person, look at our career, our goals. When we begin to get a clear understanding of our behaviors, it helps us achieve our goals. It helps us achieve our purpose. It helps us to fulfill purpose. It helps us to be more passionate. And then we have to look at our achievements. What are the things that we've accomplished in this life, in this world, in our families, on our jobs, in our careers? What are the things that we have done that we can call an achievement? And when we get a knowledge and a clarity on all of these, we begin to know ourselves. We begin to know who we are. What does your personality look like? Can you answer that? What is it that your personality looks like? What is your personality? Your personality is who you are. It is how you show up. It determines how people see you. It determines how you show up in the world. Understanding your own personality is one of the key factors in knowing yourself. You have a collective point of view. You have collective opinions of yourself. You have collective opinions of others. You have a collective opinion of the world. You have opinions which are based on who you are. You also have a key personality, who you are. Who are you? The idea is to get to know your personality, is to get to know who you are, is to get to know why you do certain things, is to get to know why you respond certain ways. Once you realize who, when, how, where, you begin to learn what your personality look like. Ask yourself questions. Or why did I do that? Where was I when I responded that way? Who was I with when I responded like that way? What type of person did I respond that way to? The benefits of knowing yourself are awareness. When you begin to know yourself, you become aware. Awareness is the ability to perceive, to feel, to be conscious of the events that's going on around you, to your thoughts, your emotions, the patterns that you do in life, the way you get up in the morning, what it is that you do, what are your patterns. You begin to become aware of your life. You also become productive. You'll be more productive with less effort. You become a you become more inspiring. You don't have to use as much willpower. You become more disciplined. You have more self-control to get things done. You become self-confident. You show up confident in the world, knowing who you are, knowing what it is you like. You don't have to worry about how others see you. You become more confident in how you see yourself in this world. Your relationships improve. You have better relationships as a mother, as a sister, as a friend, as a wife, as a co-worker, as you have better relationships. You are able to communicate on a greater level, on a more effective level. And you become authentic. And authenticity allows you to tap into your purest vein of information so that you don't have to pretend to be somebody you're not, to pretend to be what other people or what you think other people want you to be. You become you, the real you, the genuine self. Those are the benefits of knowing who you are. So, in my conclusion, I want you to realize when you begin to know who you are, you begin to show up in the world confident, aware, you begin to become more productive. You begin to be you, genuine and authentic. And I challenge you to show up. I challenge you to get to know yourself. You will be amazed at how many people don't truly know who they are and don't really like who they are. When you are valuable, you are awesome, you are amazing. And I want you to focus on your three big takeaways from this presentation. What are your three big takeaways? What are the three things that you will take from this presentation and apply it to your life so that you can become amazing, so that you can show up knowing who you are, confident and loving who you are? He who knows others is wise, but he who knows himself is enlightened. And we can do nothing knowing things can else. You must know yourself. And when you know yourself, you become absolutely amazing. My challenge to you is don't just leave this presentation, but leave this presentation with a knowledge, with an understanding, and with tools to start and a journey where journey joy that no money can buy. I want you to start a journey today, your journey, a journey of getting to know you, a journey of living a life with intention and passion, on purpose. That is my challenge. And I want you to have the most amazing journey you can ever have. Thank you for joining me today. And I hope and I pray that you have an amazing life.